But this is a lesson class about religion because this is more for scholars and for people that like to learn about religion. It is a widely opened topic for a lot of people. So one thing is a lot of people ask, how many religions believed in sacrifice, and what did sacrifice mean to them? And also, what did other religions believe that the beginning of creation was? And that is those are very good scholar questions for people who like to study history and religion, and also when religion was established, how it was established, and what it led up to. And so and also, when it comes to monotheism, what does monotheism mean? That is the belief in one God, while polytheism is the belief in many gods. Today, we will be talking about the different religions, and this is just a very, very important message about religions in general. We're going to go over a few religions and religions' sacrifices, on how many religions had sacrifices and why they felt it was necessary. Now, what we have to realize is that sacrifices are unacceptable, but many religions believe in sacrifices. And we're going to first go over what the religions was about, and then we're going to go over the sacrifices that they had in the religions and why they felt like it was necessary. So first we are going to be going over the religion's meaning and what the religions was about. So first we will be going over Hinduism. Hinduism believes in purifying one's soul, cultivating good, and pleasing the heavens, and respecting the gods and deities. Now, understanding what a deity is very important, and that will be revealed in the following messages. The Greeks believed to please the gods, the controllers of nature, such as Zeus and other gods that they believed in. Judaism. There are 5 types of Judaism for the ones that do not know. There's biblical Judaism, Hellenistic Judaism, Rabbinic Judaism, and modern Judaism. Judaism believes to follow the God of Abraham and to have a bond with God, the creator of the earth and the heavens, with the spirits and the angels. The Egyptians believed in the interactions with many deities, believed to be present and in control of the world. Deities are the interaction of the chosen ones to communicate with the world and the heavens. Judaism also believes to follow Yahweh, the God of Abraham, to Moses. The Maya and Mecca religion believes to feed the gods and to please the gods. The Mesopotamia religion believed to please and follow the gods with the deities. Christianity believed to be redeemed through the sacrifice of the chosen one, Jesus, and to wait for Jesus to come back, and to prepare as well. So now we are going to go over why religions had sacrifices. So Hinduism believed in animal sacrifices offered to specific deities in favor to request something, something being such as prosperity or warding off evil. And Hinduism was created in 2300 BCE. Remember, BCE counts backwards while CE counts forwards. And we are in the CE times as we speak. That's why 2000 goes forward instead of backwards, as BCE and BC goes backwards. So the bigger the number is, the further back that goes. So now we will go over the Greeks. The Greeks had animal sacrifices, they had rituals, and the inspection of its entrails for signs of a divine acceptance. The Greek religion was created in 750 BCE. So understand Hinduism was 2300 BCE, while the Greek religion was 750 BCE. So now we will go to Judaism. Judaism was created in 1800 BCE. So remember, Hinduism was created in 2300 BCE, while Judaism was created in 1800 BCE. So Judaism believed in human and animal sacrifice. Abraham believed that God had told him to sacrifice his son Isaac, which was also a human sacrifice. And then they had murdered millions of innocent lambs, and they also, as said in Leviticus 14, they believed to murder a bird because they believed that the sacrifice of the bird could be the cure to leprosy. And you could read that in Leviticus. And let's see if that's where that is. Yes, Leviticus 14. The cure for leprosy is a bird sacrifice, is the blood sacrifice of a bird. And that's what they had believed in as well. So we're going to go over the Maya and the Mecca. So Judaism had human and animal sacrifice. We'll go over the Maya and the Mecca religion. They believed human sacrifices to nourish the gods, specifically human sacrifices. The Catholics believed in human and animal sacrifices as well, but their religion had branched off another religion called Christianity. Christianity believes in the sacrifices of humans as the human of Jesus as the ultimate offering for all sins of humanity. They also believed into which was previous in the previous scriptures when Abraham sacrificed his son Isaac because God told him to, and because they believed God would tell Abraham to kill his son to show God that he believed in him more than the love for his son. And so they believed in human sacrifice as well as animal sacrifice. They had stated in that book that they had murdered millions of lambs and also the sacrifices of other animals as well. In Leviticus 14, the Bible states that the cure for leprosy is the blood sacrifice of a bird, and they also believed that sacrificing lambs was something that would cure their sins, and then the ultimate sacrifice of Jesus to purify all sins of humanity. So the Egyptians believed in animal sacrifice to please the gods, and some human sacrifices to have some human servant sacrifices, specifically to have a wealthy afterlife. Now let's go over when Christianity was created. Christianity was created in 100 CE, while the other religions was created from 2300 BCE. Judaism was created in 1800 BCE. So lots of sacrificial things in all of these religions. The Mesopotamians was way before any of the religions. They were created in 5000 BCE. And remember, when it comes to BCE, the bigger the number is the further back that goes. So the Mesopotamians believed to respect the gods. They had roles and responsibilities over nature and human life, and as well as the cosmos. They believed in sacrifice because they wanted to please the gods. And so as you all can see, like in Hinduism, they believed in sacrifice, and the reason why is because they wanted to request something. They wanted a favor of something. And if you all know, India is actually very close to Africa and to Egypt and to Jerusalem. And and you can see that it would have definitely been possible that they had interactions at some point. And when it comes to the Mesopotamians, actually, there was a lot of encounters with people such as the Babylonians, and they also had Sumerian text as well. And the Sumerians were deprived from the Mesopotamians as well. So when it comes to religions and the belief of sacrifices, it really is a very common thing for religion to have sacrifices. Do I personally agree with sacrifices? I think when you look over all of the religious things about sacrifices, I think that one thing deprived from the other, and like in the example, Christianity is a very popular religion here in America. If you live in another country, you possibly have another religion popular in your country. And specifically, if you all are watching from like the Asia area, and I do have some people that do watch from India and from other places, and so you all know Hinduism a lot, and there is a lot about relations. Like they do have a lot of related things in the religion. And specifically, I studied today on how the combination of the Holy Spirit, as they believe that the Holy Spirit is one God, and they believe that there is only one God, but is it really monotheistic? And I do want to prove that it is not a monotheistic religion. The scriptures of the Bible. So we're going to start with Hebrews 12 and 22. But you have come to Mount Zion and the city of the living God, the heavenly Jerusalem, and countless thousands of angels in joyful assembly. So we're going to put the word thousands of angels in underlined. That means that they are stating that there are thousands of angels, correct? And that was back when the population was below 30 billion. So you can imagine that there's millions upon millions and even billions of angels in today's time. So we're going to go to Revelation 5 and 11. And this obviously was a psychic person. And he says, and I heard the voice of many angels. So this person's proclaiming that they heard another dimension, right, which is what is defined as a psychic person that's doing psychic readings. And respect psychics, you all. I mean, there's psychics in today's time. So you should respect all psychics in that case, especially if you respect the scriptures that were psychic to hear other dimensions, and you should respect psychics that are able to do that in today's time as well, because not everybody has that gift, right? So Revelation 5 and 11 says, and I heard the voice of many angels, numbering in thousands upon thousands, and tens of thousands upon tens of thousands surrounding the throne. So what we have to realize is that they're proclaiming that there are thousands upon thousands upon thousands of angels. So they talk about the Spirit many times in the book of the Bible, correct? So, and in the example of the speakings of the Spirit, so we're going to go to Mark 5 and 1 through 20, where they proclaim that one man had over 2,000 spirits or so. And if one man can have over 2,000 spirits, and not only that, but they also proclaimed that spirits could enter animals as well. And we're going to give the example of Mark 5 and 1 through 20. The evil spirits came out of the man that was inducing self-harm and suicide and stuff like that, which was not good. But and entered the pigs and entered the entire herd of about 2,000. And so what they're saying here is that there was one man that had over 2,000 spirits. And also Matthew 12 and 43 through 45. and Luke 11 through 26, Jesus speaks of an unclean spirit leaving a person and then returning with 7 other spirits, more evil than itself, to inhabit that person. So that means that there are levels of things, because he's saying more evil, and underline that word. So when it comes to the evil spirits, there's also good spirits as well, because they do speak about good spirits in the book of the Bible as well. And so we're going to go over, we'd go over a few other things about the book of the Bible when they talk about rituals and other things like that. Like in the example, they believed in Leviticus 14 that the cure for leprosy is the blood sacrifice of a bird, which is the same thing as a ritual kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So we're going to go over the understanding of how, is there only one Holy Spirit, or are they really talking about thousands? Because we see that they're already saying that thousands of spirits can inhabit one person. But then we hear also about how there was spirits before Jesus was even spoken about in the Bible, correct? And how there was many spirits that were spoken about before Jesus was even there. But in John 14 and 26, Jesus promises to send another counselor, the Holy Spirit, to always be with you. So there were spirits before Jesus was there. So what he's saying is that another counselor, underline the word counselor, just means like someone to be there for you, someone to counsel you, and to always be with you. But there was spirit spoken about before Jesus was spoken about. So we're going to speak about the understanding of the thousands upon thousands. So in Psalms, and some say Psalms, but in Psalms 68 and 17, they say in the scriptures, the chariots of God. And underline the chariots of God, because that is more of a representation. The chariots of God are tens of thousands and thousands upon thousands. The Lord of the God of Israel with the whole host has come. So, and that's Psalm 68 and 17. So when they talk about the numbers of the good things, there's also numbers of bad things, correct? But they come in thousands and thousands and thousands on both sides. So when they're proclaiming the Holy Spirit as one, that is false and that is incorrect, because it is proven in these scriptures that there are thousands upon thousands of angels, there are thousands upon thousands of spirits, and there are thousands upon thousands of bad things as well. Right? So we know that when you combined God, okay, the creator, as the CEO, and then the thousands upon thousands of spirits, then what do you think that is doing here? It's creating a polytheistic religion proclaiming monotheism. But when you only believe, okay, in calling God, the boss, only the boss, and then calling the rest superiors, then that's more of a monotheistic religion. If you say, I will love the Spirit, I will see the Spirit as a superior to me, but I will not see them as God, because they did not do what God did, right? Because God, in the beginning of time, had started creation. But as we said, the start of creation was different for different religions. As the religion of Christianity believes that existence began with a word saying, let there be light, and then next thing you know, the heavens and the earth was created in 7 days. As Hinduism believes that existence began with subconscious and the two energies of feminine and masculine. So, and there is other religions that believe different things about how existence began. But it is important to understand that the creator means the beginning, correct? And so we know that these two are not the beginning, but the boss is supposed to be the one of the beginning, correct? So in a polytheistic religion, polytheistic means that you believe in multiple gods. Okay, but if you're combining all three of these, then that's practically saying that I'm going to combine all the Hinduism gods as one, you know. It's the same concept, you know, and we have to understand that these are very different kinds of people. But I'm not asking people to change their religion. I am just giving you the facts and understandings. So this is the scholar understanding. If you're a scholar and you're learning about religions, this is something that you can learn from. And there is, oh my goodness, so many religions. And we just spoke about a few different religions. Okay, so one person is different from many people, correct? And so a lot of people say that Christianity proclaims monotheism. But if you combine thousands of spirits, right, with one of what they call the ultimate sacrifice that had granted the request for all humanity's sins, and then the one boss, the creator, right? And so combining all of those in one is really a polytheistic thing because we're talking about thousands of people there. But also there was a story in the Bible where somebody tried to worship an angel as God, and the angel was insulted by that and said, do not call me God. And I am sure that a lot of spirits feel that way as well. Spirits feel discomforted when they're called God because they know that they did not create in the beginning of time. And so when it comes to psychics, these people that had written the books, and that goes for all of the religions, really, they believed, all of the religions believed that they were led by an intimate creature from the other dimension, creature or creatures. But this is a lesson class about religion because this is more for scholars and for people that like to learn about religion. It is a widely opened topic for a lot of people. So one thing is a lot of people ask, how many religions believed in sacrifice, and what did sacrifice mean to them? And also, what did other religions believe that the beginning of creation was? And that is those are very good scholar questions for people who like to study history and religion, and also when religion was established, how it was established, and what it led up to. And so, and also, when it comes to monotheism, what does monotheism mean? That is the belief in one God, while polytheism is the belief in many gods.